Hey friends, I know you guys wanted more SCP horror games, so here we go. Today we are going to play a horror game called Entity Room. And while SCP isn't overtly named in the title, it's basically an SCP game, and you're going to see why. The whole object of the game is we have to monitor an entity that is contained in one of these, containment rooms, just like SCP, and hilarity ensues. I think you guys know the drill at this point. Before we get started with the game, though, I like to take this opportunity to catch up with you guys. And I wanted to talk about the idea of a social battery, because at the time of recording, my social battery has ran dry. If you guys aren't familiar with the term, it's basically like your capacity for social interaction, social events, etc. And some people have bigger social batteries than others. Admittedly, mine is very small. When I'm not able to be alone in my workspace, create videos, work on content, it bothers me. And I enjoy social obligations in very moderate doses. Are you guys the same way? Do you ever notice yourself getting exhausted after even just a few social gatherings? The older I get, the more I feel that way. And if you feel that way too, you're totally normal and you're not alone. Let me know in the comments if you guys have big or small social batteries. I have friends that are social butterflies. They plan stuff every weekend and that's awesome. They're flourishing, they're living life. I love to see it. That's just not for me, and that is okay. Anyways, here we go with Entity Room. Let's see exactly what kind of SCP we're gonna be dealing with here. February 18th, 1987. First day at the new section. I hope everything goes well. Okay. So there's a F2's flashlight. There's like a sort of post-processing. I don't know if it's a VHS style film grain. I'm not sure. But it does look good. And I saw this developer. I follow this developer on Twitter. And I saw them talking about the sort of yellowish hue that they have over the whole game. And that just kind of makes the game scarier. And when they showed the comparison screenshots, kind of agree. Interesting how that works. I wonder if there are certain colors that are, typical of eliciting more types of fear. Okay, that doesn't look good. So we're in some sort of facility, very similar to the SCP facility. And I'm assuming that this is pretty much SCP without saying it's SCP. But we're going to find out exactly what our job responsibilities are here in a second. That kind of threw me for a loop. Okay. Oh, man. They really do not, wow. Yeah. They don't, spend too much on the living quarters, I see. Okay, this looks like a radio station. ED's computer. Check our emails real quick. From ERF, this is an automatic email, do not reply. Description of Entity 14, highly dangerous, of terrestrial origin, bipedal, uncanny, human-like appearance. Okay, that sounds terrifying. Skin doesn't reflect light. What does that mean? Is it like a void? Glowing red eyes, body mass consists mostly of human meat. Develops more human-like appearance over time. Doesn't kill prey before eating? Extremely agile, can jump far distances? Oh, good lord, no. No. Total power failure resulting in E14 escaping the room and killing the operator. On April 8th, 1984. By partaking in this operation, you agree that the Entity Research Facility, also known as ERF, will not be held responsible for any form of physical harm. Okay, you know what? You've basically just described pure nightmare fuel in that email. From Matt. Hello, my name is Matt. I was assigned to take care of onboarding you. So your job is actually pretty easy. The entity needs to be fed once a day with exactly one prisoner. Why are we keeping this alive? Just for research purposes? This whole thing of keeping and maintaining such a dangerous thing reminds me of the notes in Resident Evil 4 Remake. They were talking about the regenerator. And they mentioned how every time they had to transport a regenerator, 10 people died, and yet they're still going through the process. Ridiculous. Here we go. It needs to be fed once a day with exactly one prisoner. One prisoner. Okay, interesting. To do that, just open the door R1 in through your computer. After it has eaten, the respective room needs to be cleaned. Open the door R1 out through your computer. You'll need a strong stomach, but you get used to it. First, throw body parts, if there are any left, into the container. Then clean the blood with the mop. Best regards, Matt. Okay, so this thing eats prisoners. This is room 1. Is this the... That's probably a prisoner. He's taking a nap. Yeah, these are people. He's sitting down. Okay, so these are all just prisoners here. Here's the entity room. Okay, of course there's an error. Of course there's an error, right? Good. Okay, so we're going to open... I need to be very careful here to not accidentally let this thing out. Especially considering it's highly agile, right? We hate that. So we're gonna do R1 in. Oh, that's offline. Okay, so yeah, we heard that scream. The entity is eating. Good. Let's go check the doors again. So I think this is... Now we open R1 out, because we got to clean it. Okay. So heat... Did the entity get in the room while R1 was open? I really hope not. I just had that thought. Let me check my email real quick. Okay. I have a feeling the entity got into the room that the prisoner was in because... Oh, God. He could be hiding behind the doors here. Okay, maybe not. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, good. So he's not a pig. You didn't eat the whole thing. Okay, cleaning up. So only eats once a day, and I guess the prisoners know they're going to be fed to this thing? Interesting. Okay. Let's go back together and close the door. Right? Well, let's close the door first. Good. Hey, good job. Looks like you're a natural. Have you checked the CCTV? Nowadays, they even have a night vision mode. Pretty heckin' cool, if you ask me. Matt, you're corny. Oh, by the way, in case you were wondering, while the entity is eating, the CCT is taken offline. We don't want our operators to be disturbed. That seems like a massive, massive safety hazard. Anyway, you're done for the day. You can go to sleep already. If you want, tomorrow will be pretty similar. Feed the entity, clean the room, rinse, and repeat. Kind regards, Matt. Thanks, Matt. How did you know I was done that fast? Let's go ahead and do some checking real quick. So I can't see the CCTV at all. I don't see any entity in there. I don't see anything in there. I don't see anything in there either. Okay, so I think we're fine. Right now. Okay, I guess we can go to sleep. Not bad. So I'm sure the other 2 nights will go just as planned, right? Right? No problems. What a miserable job this is. Oh, I thought that was something else for a second. Okay, that's fine. We're good. Power failure. Good morning. You probably saw that the lights aren't working. Don't worry, it's basic maintenance on one of our electricity generators. It's just the lights. Everything else works fine. Just use your flashlight. Today will be pretty similar to yesterday. Press the button R2 in to open the door so that the entity can have a feast with the prisoner in room 2. The entity wants breakfast, don't let it wait. P.S. Don't forget to clean the room afterwards. I thought it only eats once a day, so it ate dinner last night and breakfast today. Unless I literally just am awake to feed it, and then I sleep for 24 hours. Okay, so we're gonna do... R2 in. Ah, yes. Okay, so it's eating. Now it's closed. I'm gonna go ahead and check the CCTV. Yep, typical. I don't see anything wrong with that. Still can't see the entity, which is fine. Let's go ahead and open the door to clean. I am very nervous. Because something is gonna go wrong here. Okay. Yep. So, again, I just feel like it's so easy for the entity to come in this room, let that door close, because he steps foot in this room to eat the prisoner, and then he just goes back in the door? I'm not buying it. I think he knows, or it knows how to get out. I'm not buying that for a second. Alright, we can clean now. Pick it up. There we go. Okay. I wonder where the prisoners come from. Like, what kind of prisoners are they? Is there a leak? I don't remember seeing that there, but maybe I'm... Because I'm, like, really paranoid right now? What is that? Ugh, I need to stop over at examining things. I'm, like, really paranoid about this thing. Let's go ahead and close that door real quick. Okay, great work. Hey, good job again, dude. You are really unnatural. I know hearing those screams can have a negative effect on your psyche, but trust me, those people were feeding to the entity are scum. They did unspeakable, highly immoral things to other people. They should be happy that they're allowed to contribute to this experiment. We sometimes jokingly call them organ donors. That is kind of funny. Anyway, our research on Entity 14 could lead to breakthroughs not just for military, but also medical purposes. Always keep that in mind when you're doing your work. You're done for the day. Kind regards, Matt. Okay. Well, off to bed, right? Because why not? Was that... Hey, day 3, not that exciting now, is it? Usually that's the point where your work is becoming a boring routine. Anyway, you probably know what to do. Feed the entity, clean the room. Don't want to get demonetized, go to sleep. I'm just joking, haha. It's important to have a sense of humor working in an environment like this. Anyway, tomorrow a new batch of prisoners will arrive, fresh meat. Don't worry, they're handcuffed and our guards will bring them into their rooms. Just make sure those rooms are clean. We don't want them to be uncomfortable. Entity room camera works again. Oh, great. I bet I'm going to check that and there's not going to be any... I'm going to go check that door that was open earlier. What did that show us the perspective from? We saw one of these doors opening, and it looked like the perspective of a prisoner. I'm gonna check prisoner number 3. Yeah, it's still not working. He's there. There's nothing in room 2. And nothing in room 1. Okay, let's go ahead and just get the job done. Okay. So, prisoner 3, a done deal. We're gonna... I really hope he's not there. Hello? Oh, I feel like he's hiding behind one of the doors. I feel like it's figured out how to get out of here. Right? I'm gonna check behind the doors. Okay. I feel like Entity 14 has figured out how to get out of here. This guy's leaving more and more not eaten. Okay. This is where things are going to take a turn, I think. And I'm not ready for it. Alright. Good to go. Let's close the door. Right. That's not open. Alright, just a little paranoid still. Done. Okay. Am I done for the day? Let me just... Yeah, everything's okay. Alright, I guess we're done. So, new prisoners today? Right? It's impossible to even tell whether it's day or night in this kind of job. Read this. They want to get rid of you? Hide? Oh my god! You were fed to the entity. So I guess we were a prisoner all along? Interesting. I mean, it kind of makes sense when you think about it because our room was set up in the same way, right? We had a room with, like a barricaded door, I imagine controlled by another control room, and eventually we were going to be fed to the entity, I guess. So we were no better than a prisoner. Interesting. I really wish, like, the payoff wasn't so sudden. I almost wish that they had a new set of prisoners and maybe we started to notice more things go wrong. Things kind of seem to go from 0 to 100, besides the sound effect you heard. Definitely a really cool game. I love the idea of an SCP game that doesn't call itself an SCP game. But, yeah, I just kind of wish the ending payoff was a bit more punchy. Maybe just it would have benefited from a little more time into that build-up. But I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on it. Definitely want to see what you guys think. Do you guys like the idea of an SCP game that isn't really an SCP game, just inspired by the idea of maintaining some sort of otherworldly power in a facility? Interesting thought. I'd love to hear your take on it, guys. Thank you very much for chilling with me playing Entity Room. I love you very much. Please be safe, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks.